Yep.
I think it's week 7.
Yep, week 7. Here we go. That time is
week 7.
flying.
Yeah.
This time is flying, man. And definitely thanks everybody again for your support as usual.
And we're gonna try to bring you, hit you a little with a couple more shows, more during the week. You know what I mean? Just to keep feeding you with some good topics, good discussion, good information. But off top, it's gonna jump into the first thing, which is crazy big right now. The first thing is basically it's the topic's homosexuality. So I'll let you start on it. I mean, it's been relevant as far as sports right now.
It's everywhere.
You can't even say the word really. So
Yeah.
before I get arrested for saying it twice, I'll let you state your opinion on it. Then I'll dive in from there.
Exactly. The thing that is crazy to me is with the way the media right now, you can tell that's a hot topic for them. Like, they love it. It creates a story for them. Like, you have Michael Sam, a 7th round draft pick. Nobody cares. He's already won awards. Most 7th rounders don't even make the team. I can't even name a 7th rounder unless you're like related to him or something.
He got an SB.
Thank you. He got an SB. They were going to try to give him a show.
Oprah wanted to give him a show.
I mean, it's like, goodness gracious. And then you have the dude, I don't even know his name from the NBA.
The gay, excuse me, I don't know if I can say gay without somebody shooting me.
Yeah.
Or get arrested.
Yeah.
The gay individual from the NBA, that was Jason Collins from the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
But the funny thing with that is, like I was saying the other day, if you guys Google, like, John Amici played for the Orlando Magic in like 2006 or 7.
Yep.
Had a long 12-year NBA career, went to Penn State, was great, all conference, big man. He was gay, openly gay. And you tell me how many of you have ever heard of him before?
Thank you. Nobody. It wasn't.
I guess
popular.
because of social media buzz back in 05, 6, it wasn't really where we didn't have the Twitter universe. You couldn't get your news in 2 seconds. But my thing with that is, it's like a hot topic in Congress. It's a hot topic from sports. But my stance on it is, I don't dislike anyone that would come out and say they're gay. I don't have.
That's on you.
I wouldn't attack you. I wouldn't tease you. I wouldn't criticize you. Because to me, growing up in school, and I had like gay classmates and everything, I would get offended when people would call him a faggot. I hate it. I would use it on the court, you know. But when somebody attacked a gay person with that word that they knew was gay, I took offense to that.
It's hurtful.
Like, you're doing it to belittle them.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I'm not for it. I'm like, I don't support it. I don't dislike anyone. I just don't. I was brought up in the church, in the Bible. To me, it's not right.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the thing about here at One Voice. Whether you agree or disagree with it, we try to do everything tasteful. But I'm the same way. We went to church together, and in my religion, in my word, it's not right. So we can, and this is the funny thing, that the media and everything nowadays, and I think we're walking a really dangerous line in society.
Yeah.
If you disagree with somebody, instead of just saying, okay, well, I guess we agree to disagree, it's you hate me.
It's like you're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
Because you like the color blue, I like the color red.
Exactly.
Just because I don't like that color,
why do you hate me,
friends
man?
anymore.
Exactly.
Like I was saying to a guy at work, I said, he asked me if I was pro. I said, I don't believe in it. And then he was like, why? And I said, I want everybody to be happy, but at the end of the day, I said, if it was right, then 2 men would be able to keep the human race going.
Yeah.
By procreating.
Yeah.
And 2 men can't do that. 2 women can't do that.
You need.
It's man, it's woman. I mean, and that's just me. Like I said, if it was men to be with men, then 2 guys can lay down and make a child, and the human race could go on forever. And 2 women can lay down and make a child, and the human race could go on forever.
And like, exactly. And the thing is, to even piggyback off that, I'm sick of everybody trying to bully everybody into something. If you disagree, then you know what? For instance, Chris Broussard. He said that I disagree with that. I'm a Christian man. I disagree with that. Now, what is so wrong about? I mean, they were trying to go at this man's head.
They're trying to fire him
and
he's
everything.
an NBA analyst.
Yeah.
Another one for ESPN.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't he have a right? Just like you want people to accept you for who you are, whether we agree or disagree. The Christian, the Muslim, any of the religious communities have just as much right. That's just how it is. And if you want to be treated like everybody else, then you have to accept criticism like everybody else.
Thank you.
We accept criticism.
I just never seen, this is my opinion, I never seen society try to be swayed so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to go this route,
You see the
or
media,
you're not
man,
cool
they push
anymore.
it. Yeah.
You'll get ripped in half. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, let's see how much TV talks about Rebecca, the basketball player. She's the first female coach in the NBA for the Spurs today.
The Spurs, yeah.
Let's see how much they talk about that. I mean,
Thank you.
because as far as the gay thing, I mean, it's fine, it's there, it's everywhere, but it's like, if you're not with it, get out the picture. You're done.
And the thing is, if you say anything, and not even about their sexuality, like Michael Sam, people look and it's like, yeah, he probably won't make the team. He's did terrible at the combine. Oh, so you think he won't make the team because he's gay? No, I don't think he's going to make the team because he's really not.
Well, he can't perform.
Yeah.
Up to the
the
NFL standards.
Yeah.
Like, that shield
we'll
has
see
a
if he
standard.
has it. Yeah, exactly.
If you could suck, Tim Tebow would be playing right.
Thank
He would
you.
be starting right now.
Thank you. And
Instead
nobody
of working for ESPN.
Thank you. And the thing is, it's crazy because the same thing that pushes him and gets him all these endorsements and gets him, even though he hasn't done anything, it actually hurts too. Because it's like, look, for instance, people sit and got on Tony Dungy about him saying that I wouldn't draft him because he's on my team. They asked him, if you were the coach, would you draft? No. Was he Michael Vick's coach when he was on a team? No. Was Michael Vick a superstar when he got in trouble? Yes.
Michael Vick was on the cover of Madden.
Yes.
It was every commercial
Pro
was the
Bowler.
Michael Vick experience.
Thank you.
He was selling shoes like crazy.
He
was
the
in rap
stats,
videos.
everything.
He was doing everything.
Michael Sam hasn't played.
And on top of that, he was doing it on the field. He was actually good.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually had proved himself already. A first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, he defended Michael Vick. And I'm like, because he was a proven star.
Thank you.
I mean, he had his criminal whatever, but he proved himself already in the league.
Thank you.
Like,
that he deserved.
He had a $100 million contract at the time.
Thank you. He worked his way into that contract. Michael Sam has not played a down of football yet. Do we understand that? So, you're talking about a guy coming to camp with a circus with him for a 7th-round draft pick.
90 cameras interviewing the guy who
Is the 4th on the depth chart.
shouldn't be here, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, it's just like, watch what you let society sway your mind.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you don't like, I never seen anything like, if you don't like it, you're automatically wrong.
Yeah.
If you say something against it, you're automatically wrong. And I could care less. The last part of it that people talk about is the sexual aspect. Like, that's irrelevant.
Yeah. Can you play ball or
Yeah.
can you do
Can
your
you
job,
perform?
whatever it is? Yeah.
That's like, I was saying, that's like if I take the SATs to go to Harvard and I get a 200 on them, just because I say I'm black, should they let me in?
Thank
no.
you. And they
I
won't.
didn't meet the requirements.
Thank you.
If you go to the combines, which are like, well, some of you don't know, like the training facilities, basically the qualifications to see if you are even qualified to make it to the NFL.
Thank you.
And you don't perform.
And you still pretty much get drafted because of a popularity contest.
Yeah. I said, dude to me, he's screwing himself because he'll never be known. He could throw a football from now until the day he dies. He'll never be known as a football player.
Thank you.
He's done.
It's exactly. And on top of that, too, with him is the fact that if you really were that passionate about you who you are as a person and your sexuality and everything, then why are you holding, and you want to be treated like everybody else, why are you holding private press conferences and everything? If he was him, he should have just said, yeah, I'm gay, and so what? And kept running and kept walking. Yeah. Instead, you're holding private conferences with everything and getting all these deals and stuff. And dude, you haven't earned anything. So of course, for one, I don't care what they say. His teammates have resentment for him because I'm a 6th round pick. I might not make the team because I like girls.
To cut him for PR purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he might sell more jerseys than me, but I might help you win.
Thank you.
I might help you win 2 or 3 games, but he might sell a couple jerseys, and we might get sponsors from the gay and lesbian community.
Thank you.
And Oprah might want to show up. And
Thank you.
Do a movie, and I'm like, honestly,
is this sports or is this sports entertainment?
It's like a circus.
Or is it, yeah, exactly.
Like, stop comparing them to Jackie Robinson.
Oh,
please. And
please stop comparing it to being a minority. We walk in. When you look at this camera, who do you see? You see 2 black dudes. If somebody walks in and somebody gets on our show and they sit down, you don't know if they're gay unless they're flamboyant as ever.
Unless they come out and their emotions and their mannerisms say it. You don't know that.
You don't know that. So stop comparing it to Jackie Robinson.
Like, he's not a pioneer in this. No.
Thank you.
No.
Jackie Robinson had dealt with it just because of the color of his skin.
Thank you.
And the thing is,
Jackie Robinson wasn't accepted at all by anybody.
Yeah.
He wasn't accepted by anybody. Staying in different hotels when they went to different cities. He had to persuade his teammates. This dude's teammates are like, get on board or get out.
Or get out. Yeah. Get on board or get out.
For the guy who didn't do anything.
Thank you.
So that's what my gripe is, like.
Yeah. And
gay to the side. If you were a straight guy and you sucked, I'm like, why are you on the team?
Thank you.
Just that you get a shot because you like men and you're the first openly gay athlete to say you like guys in football. Okay, in the manliest game. That's like, to me, that's why football is the NFL is. Not because of him, but it's just on the decline.
Yeah.
Like,
it's getting further and further away from the game and more into a soap opera. Like, and that's the thing that I think that we really, with this whole thing of bullying, if you don't believe in something or you don't believe in this or you disagree with this or whatever, that you're some type of bigot or you're a hater or something. No, there's a thing called agree to disagree.
And you still move on together. Someone's watching this right now. You might disagree with my stance on gay people, but we're still going to be cool tomorrow.
Thank you.
Me and my wife butted heads on it, and I love her. So, I mean, it's like, hey, you listen, I try to take something in from what someone else says. It doesn't mean I have to be led by what they say, but I'm going to at least I'm going to listen.
Thank you. And it doesn't mean we hate you or hate somebody. I'm just saying I disagree with it. If somebody says, hey, I think Michael Jordan's the best basketball player, and somebody else says, oh, I think Wilt Chamberlain's the best basketball player, and then I respond, oh, well, you hate me.
Yeah. Or we're not cool no more.
We're not friends no more. Yeah.
Because we agreed. You said MJ was better than Wilt.
Yeah.
And
it's a thing called agree to disagree.
It's just like, it's so mixed up today. The next thing, like to sway into that from talking about football, to keep it that, the next relevant topic was the domestic violence. And that's, I mean, not just football alone, but it's so popular now with the Ray Rice hitting the video. They didn't show him hitting his wife, but obviously he did something to his wife.
Yeah, he laid her out.
She was asleep when they came out the elevator. But my stance on that was, first of all, it's dead wrong, 100%. There's no argument that a guy could tell me, especially any man, that could tell me why he did that, what's the justification behind that, knocking her out unconscious for what.
Oh,
and then for two, it just like, the aftermath of it was the thing that had so much conversation right now. Just listening to the reporters and the arbitrators, per se, get punished worse than a criminal.
Thank you. For those of you that don't watch ESPN a lot or forum with the sports reporter world. Stephen A. Smith is on a very popular show, him and Skip Bayless, called ESPN First Take. Ray Rice, the running back, who we all saw, the Baltimore Ravens, who completely knocked his girlfriend to next century.
Yeah, thought she was dead.
Yeah, exactly. Got suspended for the first 2 games of the season. Stephen A. Smith went on and said 1,000,000 times, it is wrong to put your hands on a woman. It is wrong to put your hands on a woman. All I'm saying is, women, don't do things like put your hands on men, which you shouldn't, period, and don't, because it provokes people. When somebody hits you, if they hit you enough, it provokes you to want to eventually hit them back.
Thank you. It's like,
that's all you're saying.
Like
he's not saying go beat her up or nothing.
He didn't condone it at all.
Thank you.
The thing that I got from it, and me and my wife even talked about it, I'm like, and this is what I guess a lot of women who are mad about it, he got suspended for a week for answering a question. A lot of women, and he was actually forewarning you, because a lot of men don't believe in that concept of not putting their hands on a woman. Yeah. So if you're provoking the wrong one, He's will put his
inside your head. Quick.
Thank you. Sometimes you don't have to touch him, but if you're going to poke him and prod him and push him and keep getting in his face, some of these men, there's no line.
Yeah.
They don't step back. They're stepping towards you.
Yeah. They're taking it as,
so what Stephen A. was saying is, if you get in that moment to where it can go to the next level in the argument, you feel like it can get heated and go to the next step, it's best to leave the situation entirely. And the thing about it was, the reason why he got suspended, this is just me, is because another analyst on ESPN, white analyst, female, said she was in a domestic violence was part of her relationship. She said she experienced it, and she lashed out at Stephen, and he went back and forth. It was funny that he said all these things about Ray Rice when it was going on, but as soon as she said, she took offense to his tweets and his comments, and I respect him because he didn't change anything he said.
Yeah.
And as women, I think a lot of women should listen to what he said, and I think a lot of them will be like, I agree with him.
Yeah, and exactly, you don't put your hands on anybody. That goes for male or female. Guess what? I'm a happily married man. If my wife was ever to punch me in my face, you're going to jail, honey.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it works.
And it's so crazy in this society because people will laugh at you and say, why'd you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. But if I lay her out, exactly.
Like, why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that?
So
exactly. So it's like, that's how it works. I always tell dudes, first, if some woman starts getting all crazy with you and hitting you, walk away.
Walk away.
Call the police.
Don't turn around.
Yes.
I mean, even though you're going to be the spectacle, the cops might even laugh at you.
Yeah.
I've seen dudes say the cops even made fun of him. Like, really? Yeah. You're calling the cops on your wife, your little... But, like Stephen A. said...
the tables are turned,
you're going to jail.
Yeah, you're going to jail.
No questions asked.
And you were labeled a woman beater.
Yep.
That title will not go away.
No.
The point is, neither should be put in their hand. First off, when you result to violence... You look like a Neanderthal. You look unsophisticated. You look dumb. If me and my wife, or you and whoever you're dating, if we can't sit down and have a disagreement without physically throwing or hitting
the hell out of her,
thank you,
to get my point across.
Thank you. Then you guys don't need to be together.
No,
one of you needs to be in jail.
I'm just trying to strike fair in somebody.
Thank you.
That's like picking on, and honestly, not to call out women, but 9 out of 10 men in their relationships, you can beat up your girlfriend. So what's you're stronger. Yeah. Physically stronger than your wife or your girlfriend or your significant other. So what's the point?
Yeah.
But to go harder on the reporter who got suspended from his job
for a week.
And
meanwhile, the guy who actually laid his woman out he's just 2 weeks.
And then to hear his wife went to the commissioner and said, don't suspend him that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, I told me and my wife, we talked about it. And I said, a lot of women, like I put a question out there and no women responded. And that's how I can tell when you hit a nerve. Nero's in it. does that excuse him?
Exactly.
Is he exempt from certain things in a relationship?
Yeah.
From cheating? Is he exempt from that?
Yeah.
From domestic violence? Because to be honestly, what she looks like now is like that's her meal ticket.
Yeah.
That's my meal ticket.
Yeah.
And if you suspend him for a whole year, he's not getting paid this whole year.
Thank you.
So just suspend him for 2 games.
Yeah.
He'll couple $100,000, whatever it is, I don't know. But you're not taking all the money out of it. So it makes it look like she can be bought out.
Thank you. Like, for instance, we always talk about our wives on the show. I would just say, we are examples to our daughters of how a man should treat you.
Thank you.
Same goes for women. If I was to ever put my hands on my wife, she should call the police and go to jail. Now, this is all example. We never have done that. We don't.
Yeah.
We never do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
we actually know how to argue and
yeah, because everybody does it.
Yeah.
Everybody does it,
Yeah.
but you don't
let it
not
get to that
taking it
point.
to that next level.
Exactly.
Like,
you don't let it get to that point where if you guys are that mad, you need to separate for a little bit and come back and we'll talk.
You have an upstairs and a downstairs.
Thank you.
You have a basement. You have outside.
Thank
You
you.
can go in the car, take a
Go
ride,
somewhere, yeah.
do what you got to do. Come on, we're on the front porch. Come on the porch, cool off.
Yeah.
But like you said, when it gets, some, like I always say, some dudes don't. They're not.
They don't have a filter.
They don't have a filter. They don't have a do not hit women label.
Thank you.
They have, if you get my, and not to be some women tell their kids, boy or girl. I've heard women say to their sons, if that girl's woman enough to put her hands on you, she's woman enough to, hey, you know what comes after that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's like,
I'm not condoning it, but we
I
heard
don't
it.
condone it, but every guy is not of the right mind when it comes to that heated situation. Everybody has a breaking point for something.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's not going to have that constraint. And when you throw in elements of provocation like that, where people are getting in your face, hitting you, you hit me enough times, eventually you're going to start to, you could snap. You could potentially snap.
There's always the potential.
Everybody has that threshold. I don't care who you are.
Thank
you
you.
have that threshold.
Everybody has the potential.
Yeah.
Like that's why you hear phrases like, "I would have never thought," because everybody has that
Thank you.
potential.
Thank
They
you.
just
He
reach
lost
that.
it.
They reach that point.
He lost it. Like, and that's the thing. That's all Stephen A. Smith was trying to say, and it just goes to show it's crazy how much the media and TV actually really push everything in society. Like, you know what? This year, this is going to be popular.
It's
We're
the
going to
hot
push
topic.
this.
We're going to push this.
We're going to push this.
And it's as long as it's hot in the media. It's. I heard so many people say he should be fired. He's terrible. No, if he was terrible, ESPN wouldn't give him millions of dollars to sit on TV and talk for 3 hours.
Thank you.
Every
people
day.
wouldn't tune in. Even though people say they hate him, they tune in.
They
to hate
tune
him.
in from work.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Thank
on
you.
their computer when they could get fired from work. Just to watch him talk crap.
Thank you.
About sports. And the bad part is I'm hearing people like he's terrible. No, he's not. First of all, he's a college graduate, articulate, intelligent,
very articulate,
dude.
Very clear, very off there. He comes off. He's very precise. He gives great examples. He gives exactly he paints a picture. You know exactly
and he sticks to his word.
Exactly.
He's not flip flopping.
Yeah.
And he's like, my thing is, if he wants to go, like I heard one of my friends say, he's always talking about this athlete or that athlete is his boy or If he wants a story on LeBron, he could open his phone and call LeBron and get a story on LeBron.
He's very highly respected. He's
Yeah.
very highly respected. And you know what? I think just because he adds a flair to it, and I just think it's a shame that in today's society, if you do not pretty much, if we jerk your chain and you don't jerk exactly the way we tell you to, you're going to get fired. And that's the great thing about our show, because we're not getting jerked. And we don't want. We want to make it, and we want to continue to grow. But we're not going to be. You're not going to punk us in.
Like if a radio station or a TV station came here right now and was like, "Hey guys, let's sit down. If you had a show, I want The one thing I would want is creative
Oh
control.
yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you don't have creative control, you don't have anything.
We ain't sitting down. We need to get up and leave.
You need to go ahead and.
It's cool to disagree. It's cool to have a voice. It's cool to actually stand up for something, and that's what society really pushes you not to do.
Yeah.
Get in line.
Yeah.
It's like soon we're gonna be Russia. Get in line. You guys dress this way.
Yeah.
You talk this way.
You wear blue suit.
Thank you. You wear this color exactly this day. You wear that color that day. Look,
like your feelings and thoughts
Yeah.
can't be scripted.
Yeah.
Like those are things like, especially when you're being asked a question.
Thank you.
When we pose question, when we ask for feedback, I want honest feedback.
Thank you.
Like I don't care if the one person who keeps giving the thumbs down, if you would give feedback, that would be great.
Yeah.
I had one of my homies say, "I'll give you feedback, but it'd be like in person." I mean, that's fine, but just say. I mean, I'd rather you put it on
intelligently defend yourself.
I'm not going to take offense to it because, like we always say, everything I say on here, I would say it if we were sitting down face to face.
Thank you.
I wouldn't change it. I would say it in front of my mom. I say it in front of his wife, my wife. I mean, it is what it is. Me and my wife butted heads about the whole gay thing, but at the end of the day, I understand where she's coming from, taking into consideration her thoughts, her views, her opinion, and as long as you back them up in an articulate, educated way, as long as you're just not trying to argue it,
then we can agree to disagree. 100%. Yeah, I mean, that's just is what it is. I mean,
it's like social media has. I don't know if it's kind of like running society right now. Social media runs everything.
Pretty much.
Every news story's leaked out, and it goes from the size of a pea to a snowball in like 2 minutes because there's every different everybody gets to touch it and tweak it and add to it.
Yep.
And what they're adding to it is not right because when Tony Dungy spoke out, they misconstrued the whole question he was asked.
The whole entire question, and it went from no, I wouldn't draft him to heck no, I wouldn't draft him. He sucks. It's like he didn't say.
He didn't even say that.
Yeah.
They misconstrued the initial question, which was if it was your team.
Thank you. That's why half of the reports and stuff like that I don't read because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just it's so fabricated and just so over the top. Like, and it's like, all right, you know what? At what point do we sit and say as a society, you know what? We're not going to take this anymore.
Yeah.
You're not going to punk me into accepting everything that you throw in front of my face.
That's social media is killing them, man.
It's like it makes me wonder sometimes. Were we better off maybe without?
We were. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do we have too much access?
Too much
to everything now.
Everything at your fingertips isn't always a good thing because too many opinions. Everything's like a barbershop conversation.
Thank you. And you put something on Facebook, anything, and people just feel like, oh, I'm behind a screen. I can write and say whatever I want.
I'm a politician behind this behind this keyboard and mouse.
How are you a politician? You filled out you barely graduated high school.
Thank you.
Like, and you can balance the budget? Wow, where do they do that at?
An educated guess means it has an educated person giving it.
Yeah.
There's thought behind it. Yeah. There's a process behind everything that comes out of your mouth. Yeah. Like, that's what social media, like another aspect of social media is how people get on Facebook and prostitute themselves out.
Oh.
And it's real. You know what I mean? It's real. Like people come on there, men and women, and they're prostituting themselves out. And what I mean by prostituting themselves out is like there's a million phrases for it. But at the end of the day, they're doing everything in the world. Everything in the world. Except the right thing.
Yeah.
To sell themselves on there. Mm-hmm. I mean, I see the worst, and my thing now is, if I see an unintelligent post, I don't care if you're my mom, my sister, I just delete the person.
Thank you.
because you have that power. I hate when people say, "Oh my God, there's so many people on here saying all this dumb stuff."
Get rid
You
of
don't have
them.
to follow them no more.
Get rid of them. That's what exactly.
Not, I mean, the one time you read it, it's shock value. Oh my God, he said that. That's so stupid. Unfollow.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't have to follow them and listen to their comments every day. But the
Yeah, I mean, it's way out of hand. First off, let's run a list down here, okay? Seductive pictures. Grow up.
Yeah.
Cover yourself up.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to be taking glamour shots half naked.
Borderline porn. Some of the
Photoshopped.
stuff was like borderline porn that
Yeah.
I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
You look pitiful. Take a picture with your family, kids, whatever it is, like a normal person. You're too old for that. That's
prostituting yourself out. You look dumb. Like, real talk, you look stupid on there. And some of you guys aren't even doing it with the pictures. You're doing it with the
Number
your
2.
words.
Thank you.
You're on there, I'm lonely. I'm bored. Who wants to go out on my birthday? Who wants to take me out? Who wants to come over? I seen a woman.
Is there a good man out there?
Ladies, there's a whole bunch of perverts. You don't know half of these men's mentals on Facebook.
Oh,
I've seen women on there talking about who wants to come over and cuddle tonight.
Yeah.
There might be a Facebook rapist.
Thank you.
Please. No, don't. Don't.
And you're putting out, you're doing way too much, and also too, you're putting out false vibes because to him,
Thank you.
you know what he's thinking.
Thank you.
And you know what you wrote, and you know what he's thinking.
So when when he shows up for that,
thank you. Don't be
mad.
There, oh, I just wanted to cuddle.
Don't be mad.
No, you didn't. Yeah, exactly. No, you didn't. Come on.
Who wants to take me out?
Thank you.
And who wants to do this with me? And I'm like, we're talking sometime, and I'm like, I wonder if these are like subtle. If there really is like prostitution on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
is that like a hint?
Is it a hint that when we get a
like,
loan, we can, inbox her and you negotiate
prices?
a price? Yeah. Like if you come over, it's going to be a couple dollars, or it's just crazy to me. And then I see men on there like you're getting worse than the females on there. You're running around with baby oil on yourself, and you're glowing, and you're half naked.
Why are you shiny?
Why are you like? Come on, fellas. I'm gonna keep it 100. In a couple weeks, I'm just about to start saying names.
I know.
If I lose friends, I lose them.
Hey.
I mean, it's getting to a point where it's like it strips all the pride away from you.
Exactly.
You're like a walking joke.
Yeah.
You think you're getting likes on there, and people are only liking you because they're your friend.
Yeah. And they're talking about you behind
bad, big time.
Bad.
Because if I'm saying it now and I don't even know half of y'all, imagine what your friends are saying behind the scenes, because they do talk
Thank you.
good and bad about you.
Thank you.
So to sit there and see and then, ladies, when you come out with these, something's going on too, the epidemic where you're posting, these are decent looking, fairly attractive, young women. When you're putting posts out there, a picture, of yourself, and there's no reply, there's no likes.
Facebook has spoken. Take it down.
Take that down.
Take it down. It's just quietly
edit post, delete post.
Delete post, and we'll just act like this.
Act like nobody's seen it. Yeah. I'm seeing girls on there putting pictures up that look like they were still in 9th grade, first of all.
Yeah.
Like, don't put the old picture up from 2007. Yeah. Pre-kid.
Thank you.
Don't do that.
Thank you. Thank you. That was 7 years ago. That
don't
is not
put the
who
MySpace pictures up. Okay. That URL
high
been
school
closed
prom.
now. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. Take a picture, a nice headshot, like everybody else, and keep it classy. The thing that's funny is you see people on there like saying that I want a good man or I want a good woman. So let me do something that's trashy, because that'll attract a good one. Like, that doesn't make it. Where do they do that at?
Yeah.
Where do they do that at?
Facebook. That's it. I mean, like we said today, in a minute, in the next year or so, there's going to be a dirty version of it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Luckily, they have filters on there, because I don't want to see.
Thank you.
What half of these people would put on there if it was
Facebook After Dark.
Yep.
It's gonna be something.
The naughty version.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't reviewed, or I don't even think the pics are reviewed because they come on. I can put a pic on there now, and it's up in 10 seconds.
Yeah, literally.
Who's reviewing that?
Thank you.
So who's to say if someone put a nudie? I don't want to say it because somebody will actually probably go out there.
We're probably going in the deep end.
Yeah, somebody will go out there tonight and have a separate album on their Facebook page and censored. it's like Let's. I mean, come on. Like, Facebook is supposed to be fun. You can still make a complete and utter clown out of yourself on, even though you're not doing it in person. And once you put it out there, it's out there. It ain't going nowhere. No.
Forever.
So, fellas, unless you're at the beach.
Yeah.
Unless you're at the beach with the kids running, keep the baby oil breast selfies off of your page. I'm not mad at y'all. Some of y'all want to go to the gym in Action Bronson.
Yeah.
All right. Some of y'all are going to the gym and working out. That's a beautiful thing. Proud of your body. Stay healthy. But nobody wants to see you with your arm up in the air. Just the whole bottle of Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
The baby oil dripping. Ladies.
Yeah. With light on you.
Ladies, please. You'll get a man putting those pictures out there.
Yeah.
And he'll love you.
Yeah.
For one night.
Yes.
I'm going to keep it 100. What I tell you about women, about men, what he tells you about men, he's a man. It's almost biblical.
We've been there.
Yeah. It's almost a man body. It's biblical. Like, I'm not telling you.
We don't speak about nothing that we don't, that we haven't lived. When we say this, we're telling you, we're giving you the inside scoop on how a lot of men think.
Because you always want to hear from, why do men do this? Why do men do that? Ask a man who's been there and is not doing it. I'm telling you, it's like the gospel.
Yeah, we've been both on both sides of the fence.
Exactly.
The good guy and the bad guy. If you put it out there for somebody to pick it up, don't be mad when somebody picks it up.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're going to do. That's what you put it out there to do. You left it on the ground. Somebody came along and picked it up.
Like, this scenario out, ladies, how can you sit back and say, oh my God, girl. Okay, it's what, 8 o'clock right now. You put a picture on Facebook of yourself half naked, whatever. I'm lonely. I'm bored. Who wants to hang out? So, guy 1, 2, 3, 4, they reply.
Exactly.
He comes over to hang out. He thinks something's going down.
Yeah.
You say, why did you think something was going down? How can you get mad?
Thank you.
And call your friends and be like, this dude really came over and thought I was about having sex with him and about doing this or that. I don't know why he thought that.
Maybe because everything said that you were.
You opened the refrigerator already before he even came in the house.
Thank you.
He saw all the goodies.
Thank you.
And then you closed it and were like, no, you
can't have any. It's just like they said. It's like dressing like a police officer.
Thank you.
And then when somebody runs up to you and says, hey, I would like to report a crime. Oh, just because I'm dressed like a police officer doesn't mean that I'm a police officer.
Yeah.
You look dumb.
If you're going, I mean, it is what it is. If you're doing it for, I think you're doing it for attention or compliments, throughout the day. If you need that much inspiration throughout the day, all you got to do is Google inspirational quotes, inspirational poems.
And push yourself in a good light.
Thank you.
Push yourself in an actual positive manner and showcase your talents. Showcase yourself getting better at life, yourself actually growing as intellectually. Push that side of it on Facebook, and you know what? You'll attract the right crowd. I mean, that's what you want to attract. You want a good man, you want a good woman. Put good things out there for them to see and pick up.
You'll be able to tell who replies.
Thank you.
Who replies to it.
Thank you.
The more mature your posts are, the fewer replies you'll get.
Yeah.
And you'll say, "Oh, okay."
And then
that's how I weed out the idiots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the people who are on your level, or at least aspiring, or if higher, they will like your post and they will comment.
They'll say
and
something
wanna,
intelligent back.
Yeah, exactly. You guys can push and feed each other. That's the
Each
point
other.
of
Yeah.
pushing that a positive role, a positive agenda. Especially, I mean, a lot of us, we're all going to work in the morning. You should be. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Either you're going to work or you're getting off.
Yeah.
If you ain't, then you need to go to work or you.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
All that.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
tried to help you with the resumes and the. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Hey.
it's good to see something positive to boost your day, to affirm you, to let you know, hey, you can get through today. Hey, if you had a rough day yesterday, today will be better. If you're going through a storm right now in your life, hey, you know what? It's not in vain. You will actually come out of this a better human, whatever it may be. But whenever you put negativity out there, don't be surprised if you get.
Once you get back.
Yeah, I mean that's how it works. You get out, you get what you put out.
Whatever
That's
bait you put on the line, you might reel a tire in
Yeah.
if you put the wrong bait out there. You might not catch some fish. You might reel that tire in.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it is what it is when you project yourself out there like that or prostitute yourself out there. And like I said, prostituting yourself out there, I don't mean you're going out, it's not just strictly sex, but I mean belittling yourself in every way. Not just selling yourself for money. Look it up. It's bigger than that. You going on there and you're making one post 1 minute about praise God and the Lord is real and this, that, and the third, which is beautiful, but then you're, like I told my wife earlier, it's always that follow-up post.
Yeah.
It's always the follow-up post. I've seen people on there talking about, I gave my life to the Lord and this, and I'm like, that's beautiful. And then their next post was like, these niggas, I'm only riding for, I'm like, what?
Thank you.
How do you go from sanctified to thug life in one post?
Thank you.
And like, who...
You look crazy.
Who's the real bringer of your joy to take you to that level?
Yeah.
Like, to make you go from, I just got saved today and baptized, blah, 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 to every other word on here is a curse word.
Thank you. And that's another thing too. When I see people, and I really don't anymore because I just got rid of those people who just put that every week,
garbage,
complaining about everything. And
Yeah.
you know what? If your life is that miserable that you feel the need that you have to every post is F this, F that, I hate people, blah blah blah. You need to stop typing and take a step back and look at your life and say, what do I need to change to make sure so these posts instead of are all negative and I hate everybody are complete and utter 360. That's what you need to do.
That's embarrassing. Like,
It's embarrassing.
It's sad.
And it's depressing. It's depressing. I feel depressed for you. I don't feel like giving you attention.
I'm not
because I
giving
know
you
that's
a
what
like
you want. Exactly.
or
Yeah.
anything.
I'm just gonna keep scrolling.
It amazes me how many of your dumb friends like it.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing too. Like when you see somebody who puts a real asinine statement up, and you see people
You see,
like it.
15, 12 likes.
I want to call them out. Like,
are
you're
you
as dumb as
Are
the.
you that dumb?
Thank you. You're
That
as dumb as the person that put it up. Yeah.
You're promoting the ignorance.
Thank you.
Like, it's
I don't
crazy.
get it. I don't get it. Like I watched somebody. Prime example. I watched a woman who actually was busted using racial epithets,
Wow.
and then literally try to weasel her way out of it, which was so dumb. You can't weasel your way out of it. Just apologize and say, you know what, I shouldn't have done that. I was totally wrong. I need to work on myself and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, she tries to weasel her way out, and her friends, a couple of people, actually go on and like the status that she posted. So now I'm looking at them like, wow, you're as dumb as she
There's a whole
is.
team of dummies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like
Now I
you're-
see why. Yeah, that's your team dummy.
Yeah.
Hashtag team dumb. Exactly. Yeah, you're hashtag team dumb. That's what you are. Like, it blows my mind. Stop supporting that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're a true friend, tell them. Like, if for instance, me and you were boys. If I was putting stuff up You would go to me and tell me,
like, dude, what's up with your post?
Thank you.
Like, really?
You
You know what I mean? Like,
right. But
and it's crazy because when you say stuff to people like that, which I have, and I've seen people doing that, you can tell by their reaction.
Yeah.
When you say it, what kind of man or woman they are. When they get on a defensive, like, no, you look stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to applaud you.
Thank
you.
you.
Dumb.
You look, yeah.
Like,
yeah. You look crazy, man.
You
like,
look.
why are you doing that?
I'm not cheering for the circus. Like,
Thank you.
It's not. That was just
no
make
reason.
me lower my intelligence.
Thank
like,
you.
You look dumb right now.
Thank you. And a true friend, if somebody who are your actual friends, a friend tells you what you always don't want to hear. They tell you what you need to hear, not always what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. So when I see people and they're egging people on and they're fighting on Facebook and you see people egging them on and stuff like that. And the sad thing is, I look at a lot of them like they're crazy because they're our age.
In their 30s.
And they're promoting their friends to fight with their boyfriend or another chick or another dude or whatever it is on Facebook. Like, why would you not tell your friend, take that post down? If you guys are going to throw blows, you guys need to meet up and do it behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Don't put a free show on Facebook of y'all looking insane.
You might as well just tape a fight.
Thank you. At least get paid for it then.
Just tape a fight. Put that out there.
Thank
like,
you. Yeah. Send it here. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like,
hey.
I mean, like, but don't egg people. And I see people egging them on, and I'm like, you're somebody's mother, and you're egging her on to fight? Like,
be surprised these days.
yeah. I mean, and that goes a lot to like what we were saying with the media.
Yeah.
Like everybody feels like I'm going to be a
You
housewife.
can get 15 minutes of dumb fame these days, or 15
and a lifetime
minutes
of shame.
Thank you.
Dumb fame, 15 minutes of dumb fame,
Yeah.
and a lifetime of shame.
Yeah. You can't delete the dumb moments, unfortunately.
Enjoy that little bit of money they gave you because you're going to need to save it, because a lot of actual self-respecting places will not hire you. They don't want you. They don't want dumb representing them when they walk through the door. This, I mean, trifling. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, I just hope that I mean, this the whole point of this show is to really counteract a lot of the negativity that is being pushed in society right now. I mean, it's out of control. It's completely out of control. Like, and I know we always joke and have a good time and stuff, and we tried to this time, but some topics are going to be a little more
like,
serious.
You can't laugh at everything. Some of it makes you mad.
Yeah.
Like when you're an intelligent person and you stop laughing sometimes.
Thank you.
And you take it serious because you realize like the severity of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's pitiful.
Especially when it's like your peers, your friends, and they're just acting a complete donkey on social media for whatever reason.
Yeah, for free.
For nothing.
For nothing.
Facebook,
for no reason.
You're not getting paid for these posts. You know what I mean? It's just,
It's not a good look. We got to reverse that because there's just, it's taking the fun away from it, and it's one of those things where obviously it's here to stay. So, but like we were saying earlier, I agree with you. I think we were better off without it. I mean, everything doesn't need to go viral.
It flooded it. Like it's so many. You can put yourself on 3 sites. You're everywhere. You can be everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything. You're like viral. You can watch yourself all night if you really.
Thank you. Yeah.
Serious.
Exactly.
It's like you know what I mean.
I mean, it's the age of transparency is just it's too much. I mean, it's too much. Everything is always viral. And it kind of makes you look back before this and say, did we really need cameras on everything? Did we really need, literally a way for the world to see everything all the time? Like, it just, I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I don't think it's a good idea. And especially when you don't have some way of controlling that. I mean, yes, we live in a free country, and that's the beauty of it. But everything doesn't need to just
it's
be
like
open
freedom
for everything.
versus
Stupidity.
stupidity and exploitation is a bad combination for
Exactly.
disastrous moments.
Yeah, because some people are really gonna regret
Oh,
when they get older. Like, I can't believe I wrote that.
I wrote that. I can't believe I was saying that.
Yeah.
And people actually watched it.
Yeah.
And people actually applauded that. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's not a good thing. So I mean, I hope we can change that, and push it. But we're getting ready to wrap it up. But one of the great things is it's football season. At least we got something to watch now.
Yeah.
Sad thing is, it'll be getting cold soon. But we won't speak on that. But hey, at least we got some sports to watch on.
We got the Steelers and the Giants on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they only play 2 or 3 snaps, but it's entertainment. The buzz in the city will be back, and it's just a little tune-up. Take a look at the third string players. Exactly. Fantasy football will be jumping off for everybody. So I mean, in this part of the Pennsylvania, it's about to get crazy. Pee wee football, pro football. School starts on the 25th. High school football.
Yep.
So it's about to get real busy right about now.
It's definitely, this is the time of year for Western, a big time of year for Western PA. Real big time of year for Western PA. So. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, things pick up. I hope we can enjoy this warm weather, though, for as long. Because
right now, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
in a few months, we're going to be inside.
We'll be in there with a Scully on and a scarf and Tim's. So,
wrapped from head to toe. Like, hey, what's going on? We're on episode number 40. I can't feel my nose. But
it's right. It's you blink and it's like, man, remember it was like 90 degrees.
Not anymore. So, but hey, like you said, earlier, thanks. We're gonna try to be bringing y'all some more shows more often. We're trying to shoot for 2 a week.
Like probably throw at you like 2. Yeah, definitely 2 a week. Keep the positive vibe going. Keep going. More levels, keep getting deeper, talking about what everybody wants to hear, what you don't want to hear, that you need to hear. You know what I mean? Keep building, adding to the foundation, and hopefully, you guys will keep being behind us and keeping everything going and going forward in a positive way. And like I said,
that's good.
Technology right there, man. Yeah. Look, but you guys, like I said, we say it every week, but you mean it every week. You fuel the show, you fuel the passion, the fun, the creativeness, the freedom. The freedom to want to come out and talk about what's on your mind. I mean, it only benefits everybody to release.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? What's on your mind. Yeah. So
and don't be and like we said, the show. And if you take anything away, whether you do or disagree or whatever it is, don't be afraid to agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be afraid to stand up for something.
You can't be a robot.
Yeah, stop letting the media tell you what is and isn't cool. If you're an individual and you consider yourself a woman or a man, stand up and whatever you believe in, say this is what I believe in. And it doesn't make me a punk. It doesn't make me a bigot. It doesn't make me anything. It makes me an individual, and I disagree with it. That's it.
Thank you. That's all I ask from anybody. Yeah. If you disagree with something I say, he say, with the media, TV, the news, whatever, get your point across in an educated, intelligent manner. And we can sit down at the end of the day and, hey, we can talk about anything. Yeah. I mean, hey. That's what I love to do, so keep the feedback coming. Keep tuning in, keep watching, and we'll keep growing.
Yeah, so, as usual, one voice. Talk to y'all later.